Well, hello there. How are we doing? It's a Sunday, and I'm outside with my coffee. It's a bit dull and grey and a bit miserable. Anyway, I took the lady Sarah out to the geriatric daycare. Yeah, yeah, the garden centre, and we had a cup of coffee there and a sandwich. Yeah, it was quite nice, really. And on the way home, we saw a barn owl. It's the first time I've seen a barn owl up this way. I have heard them out the front there. There's loads of trees, and quite often get the owls in the trees screeching at night. Oh, sorry, I've moved the camera. Yeah, screeching away at night. Yeah, so that was quite exciting. But other than that, there's been nothing else really. It's just been a dull, horrible, grey day. Yesterday, I had a completely lazy day, pajama day, apart from having to go to Asda's to buy a few ingredients because we made some leek and ham soup, leek and potato soup with a bit of ham in it. So that was absolutely gorgeous. We had that last night with a bit of crusty bread. Absolutely fantastic, lovely. But that was it. That's the highlight of my weekend so far. Sunday looks like it's going to be roughly the same, really. Not a lot to do. I just wish it was nicer. We could have gone out and done a bit more today. But Sarah's at work anyway. This is a downside. She works Tuesday. She has Tuesday off and she has Saturday off. So of course, come Saturday, she's absolutely exhausted, and the same by Tuesday, having worked Sunday and Monday and done all the washing and stuff at the weekend. She's really quite tired again on a Tuesday. It can't be that much fun cleaning old people's bottoms, can it, for a living? But at least she doesn't have to do that so much now. She's more on the medical side of stuff, giving out medicines. So that takes up most of her days, is giving out the pills. And of course, you can't do it all in advance. You can't set up a load of pill trays in a one. They have to do each individual pill. It's got to be signed out for and given to the person, and then it does the same with the next person. You have to give out all the individual pills to that person and sign that off. It's time consuming and quite stressful because she's got all the other things to do as well. They put far too much on her, really. Anyway, rambled on. So that's my weekend so far. Hopefully next week we'll see what's going on. I've got 2 appointments next week. Yeah, I know. And I think I've got an eye appointment, but I won't be here. I shall be away back on board ship again. Oh yeah, I better tell you now. If I go over the 8 minutes, I won't include the midterm adverts, just so it's easier for you guys, really. Yeah, it's I'm quite happy to do that. Anyway, oh yes, I've got some news as well. Great news while I was away at sea. First of all, we had the MOD with us, and they got this ROV submarine that they've got. Apparently, they sunk it off. I don't know where we were. I think we're off of Scotland somewhere, and they dropped it into the middle of the ocean. Right. Anyway, they managed to get it back up again a few hours later, but they did lose contact with it, and it sunk to the bottom of the ocean. I mean, this isn't top secret stuff. This submarine that they have is the plans for it are all over the internet apparently, and it's really quite small. There's nothing. Well, I can't see any military stuff on it. It's just a brightly painted orange submarine. Yeah, and the other great news that I've got is my court summons. Yes, my jury service has been cancelled. I've been excused. Thank goodness for that. That was a bit of a stress because they did have me going back on the 17th of February. And of course, I go back to sea on the 24th. So if the court case ran over, then I couldn't go back to sea. And of course, my company would then have to find another person to take over my job. So they have to pay a second person's wages while I'm sat at home doing nothing. And there's no chance I couldn't have gone back to that particular boat because the next time we go out is for 5 weeks solid without a break. So there's no chance of me going back out there after a couple of weeks to take over. So I would have had to have stayed at home And I did say to them when I phoned them up to explain the situation, and I said, of course, you don't pay enough for me to be there. You only pay £64 a day. And I said, I'd have to sue you to recoup my losses, especially if I'm at home for another 30 days, in addition to jury service. It's going to cost you an absolute fortune, and I would lose an absolute fortune because I'm pretty sure I'd be off pay for that. So anyway, I got excused, thankfully. Bit of a disappointment in its own sense, because I really wanted to have some experience of jury service, maybe in a few years when I retire. So, but yeah, that was a load off my mind, and of course my personnel manager went, yippee! It's a load of stress off her mind as well, because having to find someone at short notice would have been quite terrible. Well, oh, it's good coffee. The new coffee machine is working wonders. It's really good. Yeah, it was the other one. I don't know what happened to the other one. There was something wrong with it. Every time I tried to descale it anyway, it would blow all the fuses in the house. So I'd have to reset all the fuses and try again, and it still kept going. So maybe when I descale this one, it will not trip all the fuses. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. But yeah. Anyway, I haven't come up to 8 minutes. I'll come up to 6.5 minutes. So I shall call it quits, and I'll see you all on the next one for a blog to see what happens. I really just want to try and get out, so hopefully I'll get out and do something when I'm out and about. I'll tell you what I might do is I might go down to Mappleton, where we used to go to Mappleton, and I think I've shown you some pictures of the the cliff face that's disappeared. Well, anyway, a bit more has fallen off now. Instead of half the car park being gone, the entire car park has gone. And it's really quite worrying, really, because we seem to be losing that part of the coast at a phenomenal rate of knots, and it does need something to stop the sea from eroding the cliff face away. It's only soft sediment that's been dumped there by lots of glacial action over the years, but it now, of course, it's being slowly eroded away by wave action as it comes up the rather shallow beach. Yeah, so that's I might take some pictures of that. I might even treat you to some of my drone footage. So we'll see. Anyway, so almost 8 minutes. So like I said, I won't put the midterm adverts in if I do go over 8 minutes. Yeah, we've in the garden we've still got the 2 wrens, and we did have a blue tip. We've got a peanut feeder over there, so the blue tip's been at the peanuts, and of course we put out lots of mealworms. Sarah's found out that robins like a bit of sugar, so she's been mixing up a thing of seeds, mealworms, and all sorts of stuff, and she's been putting a little sprinkle of sugar on top. I think we've got one of these fat balls you get from the garden centre, and she's been crumbling up half of one of those and putting it out with the bird feed, just so that the robins aren't exposed. I don't think they like being exposed so much. Anyway, I've rambled on. Anyway, so I'll catch you all on the next one. You have a great rest of your Sunday. We're off to the Lady Sarah's mother, so it's off to mother-in-law. Yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you all on the next one. See you then. Bye.